So let's talk about the future of your job in the age of AI. It's a topic you just can't get away from, right? There's so much fear, all these headlines screaming about a job apocalypse. But what's really going on? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We'll get into the hard data, the trends that are popping up, and give you a real, practical guide to not just survive, but actually thrive in this radical new world of work.
Okay, so first things first. Before we can figure out where we're headed, we have to get our heads around the sheer scale of the challenge we're facing. It's a shift so massive, it's earned itself a pretty dramatic name, the job apocalypse.
And yeah, that term, it actually comes from the Financial Times, and it perfectly captures that anxiety a lot of us are feeling. But what's really important to understand is this isn't just a vibe, and it's not just some catchy headline. The data shows this is already happening, and frankly, the numbers are pretty startling. Just look at this number. A recent global survey talked to over 850 business leaders, and 41% of them, that's nearly half, admitted they are already cutting staff specifically because of AI. This isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now. And you know who's feeling this the most? The newest members of our workforce. Since just 2022, entry-level job offers have tanked by a third. At the same time, the unemployment rate for new grads has shot up by 30%. In fact, for the first time, it's actually higher than the unemployment rate for everybody else. So what makes this so different? I mean, we've had industrial revolutions before, right? Well, experts are saying this is a whole new ballgame. Things like the printing press or the steam engine, they automated muscle. They were tools for our hands. But AI, as this quote says, it's the first technology that automates thinking. It can make its own decisions and even create new ideas. That changes everything. But hold on. While the threat feels really big, the full story is way more nuanced and, honestly, a lot more interesting than just jobs disappearing. The data's pointing to a massive redefinition of what work even is. This analogy from McKinsey, it just nails it. Think about it. Calculators didn't get rid of mathematicians, did they? No, they freed them up from all the boring, tedious calculations so they could focus on the bigger, more creative problems. And that is the exact same way we need to start thinking about AI. In fact, if you look at the global numbers, the story totally flips on its head. The World Economic Forum projects that, AI will probably displace around 92 million jobs by 2030, but it's also set to create 170 million new ones. Do the math, that's a net gain of 78 million jobs. This isn't about termination, it's about transformation. So, this is the really crucial point. The people who win in this new economy won't be the ones trying to work faster than a machine. No way. They're going to be the ones who master working with the machines. The entire challenge ahead of us is redesigning our jobs, our companies, and our careers around this new partnership. Okay, so if collaboration is the name of the game, what do we bring to the table? What's our role? Well, it all comes down to leaning into the skills that we, as humans, have a unique monopoly on. These are the things that AI, for all its incredible power, just can't do. At least, not yet. Researchers over at Stanford have actually identified what you can think of as 4 human superpowers. These are the skills that basically build a protective wall around you against automation. Emotional intelligence, real creative innovation, physical skill in unpredictable situations, and complex ethical judgment. These superpowers are our competitive edge. Let's break that down, right? An AI can analyze 1 million medical records in a second, but it can't show empathy to a single scared patient. It can mash up every painting ever made, but it can't have a truly original idea that comes from lived experience. It can build a car on an assembly line perfectly, but it can't figure out how to fix a weird plumbing leak in a tiny, awkward bathroom. And most importantly, it has no moral compass for all the gray areas in life. And here's the cool part. Using this human advantage isn't just about playing defense. It's actually creating a whole new world of really fascinating, high-paying jobs that are all built around this partnership between people and AI. You know, the single fastest growing skill that employers are looking for right now isn't some crazy advanced coding language. It's something they're calling AI fluency. It's simply the ability to use, supervise, and guide AI tools effectively. It's knowing how to talk to the AI, how to ask the right questions, and, just as important, knowing when it's wrong. And demand for this skill has just exploded. It's up 7 times in just 2 years. And this, right here, just shows you the new reality perfectly. I mean, look at these job titles. An AI ethics specialist, a human-machine matchmaker. These jobs literally did not exist a few years ago.
And now, they're commanding serious six-figure salaries.
And we're already seeing this pay off, literally. People who have AI-related skills are earning a wage premium of up to 56%. Now, what's truly mind-blowing about that number is that just last year, it was only 25%. It has more than doubled in a single year. That's how fast the value of this human-AI teamwork is accelerating.
So we've looked at the individual level. But what does all of this mean for society? For all of us? As we get ready for this new world, we have to start asking some really big questions about the kinds of safety nets we're going to need.
One of the biggest debates happening right now is around universal basic income, or UBI. On one side, you have a lot of proponents, including many tech leaders, who see it as a necessary cushion for people whose jobs get displaced. But on the other side, critics are raising a really serious flag. Could UBI become a tool of control, making people dependent and just cementing the power of the very tech elite who caused the disruption? And, we're starting to get some real data on this. A major study, and kind of ironically, it was funded by the CEO of OpenAI, found that while UBI definitely helps people with their immediate bills, it's not a silver bullet. It doesn't solve the deeper problems, like how do you find stable work, or get good healthcare, or have a chance to move up in life.
And so, at the end of the day, all of this brings us to one final and I think really empowering thought. The whole conversation is changing. The question isn't if the machines are going to replace us anymore. The real and frankly much more exciting question is, how will we redesign work? How will we choose to use these incredible new tools to build a future where our human skills and artificial intelligence can move forward together? The future isn't written yet, it's ours to design.